Going live here. So let's see. We are live, and last night we had on
Oh, I got
Matt
this. Okay.
LaRosier of Fudbusters last night.
Mhm.
That's what Patrick is asking
Uh,
me here.
Lawyer, right?
Yes. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me do this. Let me remind everyone out there. Go to hankstrange.com. Sign up for our email list. Very important thing to do. Lola sends out those emails. You can find out deals, all kinds of stuff. If stuff is going on with us, we'll let you know via that. Also, I would invite everyone to sign up for US Law Shield. We have a link which you can find on hankstrange.com. It's also in the chat and also up on the screen right now. You got to go through our link basically, but or you could use the code HANK for 2 free, which gets you 2 free months on the annual plus the locked-in rate. There you go, of 10.95. I have to listen, Patrick. I got to talk
Teeth
about
whitening strips
right.
and
Yeah, I have to
what else
talk
can we
about.
sell?
I have to. I can't put the link in the description of the YouTube videos.
Oh no, I know. I'm
They,
sure.
they
It's just
shadow
funny.
banned the living crap out of us for that. All right. So all of that being said, shout out to everyone out there. Make sure you guys smash those thumbs ups, ring those bells. We appreciate those. There you go. I'm gonna do it all over again here in a second once we get going. Big shout out to Harry's Holsters, makers of awesome Kydex holsters that we all use, including me. I have one on me right now.
Mine's not that
I'll
good. I
take a
think mine's
picture.
just
Here's what we'll do. I'll take a picture and show mine, and you could show. Well, anyway, so I'm not even getting into that right now. I take it back. I take it back. Anyway, so we both carry Harry's holsters.
Mhm.
You guys can save yourself some money if you use the code Hank Strange. So there you go. All right, let's get this started off. Let me kick this off here. Press the open button.
Welcome back to the Hank
All right,
Strange
guys,
situation.
don't forget to hit that
Lifestyles
subscribe button,
of the
smash the thumbs
WMMF.
ups, ring the bell, babyface P. Now you can ring. Okay, I thought you were gonna do like one little ding, ding, ding. I don't know. Can you even do that? Just do one. There you go. We are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. Here we go with the jazz hands up in this. We should. So Babyface P is joining me. There he goes. He's obviously here. What's up, Patrick?
Not much. Too much. Maybe too
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll get into it. We'll get into what you craziness you're getting up to. We also have Dark from DLD Dark, which I don't
much. The
understand.
after dark.
Is it DLD After Dark? Whatever.
Yeah, you gotta ask him about what the name means.
Yeah, I asked him before, man, but it's too confusing, and I can't keep that much information in my brain.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he should be joining us here a little bit late. Shout out to all the folks out there. Richard Monder says it's Biden Day. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I don't know. There's been some. There was some funny news and some pathetic news. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Biden got heckled going to New Jersey. Nobody
Oh.
up there liked him.
No, Jersey? No.
Yeah, Jersey didn't like him, and then there was a swath of college football games over the weekend where people recorded the whole crowd yelling "F Biden."
Oh, wow. Okay, no, I missed
Oh
that.
yes, oh yes. If you
Oh,
do
nice.
a search for "F Biden" or college football, it'll come up as
Oh,
like the
boy.
first thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was funny. And then the sad news. Well, I don't know if it's sad. It's just disappointing. A lab leak, more lab leak info came out showing that Fauci has been lying from the beginning. He knew
Oh,
exactly
man.
what was going on in Wuhan. So there's more data about it, and I guess it blew up today a little bit.
Yeah. At some point, we need to lock Fauci up. That would be so awesome.
I had
right?
I had other things I said out loud, but I don't know that they'd be appropriate for
Right.
polite company.
Not at
the
this.
polite society is
Would not be prudent at this juncture.
no.
Would not right now. This is episode
Yeah.
813 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. As I said, we've got Dark of DLD After Dark and Patrick of BFP After Fart.
P.
Oh, P.
Baby face after P.
Oh, okay. There you go. The After P.
Crunchy, yeah.
After P. That'll be your What is that? You know the documentaries they always do on the rock stars.
Yeah, yeah.
But like their
So
life
it's
is all ruined.
after. Yeah.
Yeah. What is that
And
called?
then he went on the bus and
Yeah,
snorted
after-
10 pounds of cocaine.
Yeah, Patrick after Babyface P.
Yeah.
What happened? How did he become a
Snapshots
meth
of me
addict?
like, oh God.
You know, you'd be one of those dudes. Oh, this sounds so cruel. You'd be one of those dudes, like cleaning people's car windows.
Yeah,
You know, with
yeah,
the
they're
sign.
like, what happened? Man, I was at the top of my game, and it all just came crashing down.
Right, sure, okay.
And then they wipe back to, the first days of his career.
Yeah. This is too detailed. This is too detailed. All right. Like once again, shout out to Richard Mondo. I was gonna show off this shirt that he sent me a picture.
I
of this
saw the
shirt.
email he sent. Where's
Look
that
at
from?
Is
that one of yours?
Guns and Barbecue? No, that's not for me.
Where's that? I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. It looks like guns and a chicken wing.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
no,
Drumstick.
Drumstick. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Drumstick.
What's better than that?
Guns and Barbecue. I'm not sure exactly where he got that from. Is that on Ballistic Ink? I don't know.
I didn't recognize it. I saw the email and didn't recognize where it was from.
Yeah, but shout out to him, and all the other folks out there. I don't know who needs a shout out. I see Swamp Dog Armory out there, and as well as Chris Bullis, and Gary Stacy says SaveTheBraces.com. Comment period ends tonight. There you go. Let's see what else we got going on. LV Louis Cypher's saying something about he's refusing to get vaxxed.
I don't see a reason. Can we even? I don't even know if YouTube will take us off air for this. But
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, don't make me sue someone like Joe Rogan is threatening of doing.
Who's he threatening to sue? I'm guessing it's for. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's for
What's up, man?
portraying him as being crazy for testing negative within 4 days. I guess you saw that, right?
Yeah, so from what I saw a clip of Joe Rogan, because I don't really get the whole podcast these days, but I think someone said that the medication he was taking is like for horses or something.
So ivermectin, and
Yes,
we're going to talk
ivermectin.
about this. We're going to say the words out loud. Ivermectin is a anti-parasitic, I think it's just considered an anti-parasitic that has been used on humans. It's one of the CDC's, or not CDC's, World Health Organization's top 10 medications around the world because it's used everywhere, and it's a month's supply is like $1.50. But what people are doing is
So it's affordable.
Well, of course, it's affordable. We can't have that.
Yeah, we can't have that being the cure for anything.
What people are doing
completely
is you can either go to your doctor and get a prescription for ivermectin. The problem here, which again could open up a lawsuit, is a lot of pharmacists aren't prescribing it. Even if the doctor prescribes it, pharmacists won't fill it. They'll tell their customers, go away, we're not filling that, which is insane if their doctor prescribed it. But the other thing is you can go to Tractor Supply and you pick up a paste that is horse dewormer, and all it is high-strength ivermectin. But what they're saying is people are not dosing it correctly because they don't know what they're doing, and they're overdosing and then going to the hospital. But Rogan, I believe, went to his doctor, got all of the things correct, and tested negative within 4 days. But we can't talk about that.
From what Lola says, and Lola is a pharmacist, Lola says that it's very difficult to get that stuff nowadays.
Which is crazy because India Japan is now moving to ivermectin as a potential treatment. India is giving it out as a prophylactic. They have a pack that you can get in India. It's like a prophylactic with ivermectin, vitamin D, and zinc, I think, all in one. 30-day supply, and again, it's like $1.40 for the whole thing for the month.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So it's considered. I believe it's considered one of the World Health's top 10 like best discoveries in medicine because it's used everywhere.
Yeah.
You think
But no,
they may
the
come back and
media is
change their
turning it
mind
into
on
a
that?
horse dewormer.
Yeah. What was that, Dark?
I was saying, you think they may come back and change their mind on that? Actually, guys,
Yeah, it's like them going back and saying penicillin was actually a bad invention.
Yeah, right. The CDC, WHO, and ATF are like besties when it comes to changing their mind.
I think from the video that I saw, the clip that I saw from Joe Rogan, he said that he was like, should I sue CNN? And then I saw it was a headline. But the reason why is they're the ones saying that and putting his name out there. But he was also saying that technically to push the vaccine and all this kind of stuff, they're in order for them to do that, there has to be no other way of treating this, and that's one of the reasons why they're trying to say that this ivermectin is, why they're trying to like bring it down or put out this hit job on it to say that that's not a valid solution to the problem, right? Go ahead, Patrick.
I think that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
I was going to look up top medications.
Yeah. And then Richard Monder says Biden Day equals Wanker Wednesday. Oh, I get it. I see Wanker Wednesday. Oh, is that when did we agree on Wanker Wednesday?
I don't know. It's new to me, but fine.
Yeah. Okay. We'll put that forward to everyone. We'll see what other people think about Wanker Wednesday. So, and Brian Quick says 81 million votes. Don't question the most popular president in history. We are building back better. So, Dark, welcome to the show, man. What's going on?
Thank you, brother. Please excuse my tardiness, as I have an unpredictable 4-year-old.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand how that goes. I mean, yeah. How many kids do you have? Just one?
One that I know of.
Oh, okay, understood.
I'm funny, yeah, one.
Good answer. You never know who's going to come out of the woodworks. What's up, Patrick?
Right.
I was just going to say, out of the list on the WHO's, they call it a list of essential medicines. Mm-hmm. This is things like Haldol, or oxygen for certain things, propofol, ketamine, ibuprofen. Those are what they're considering essential medicines. Mm-hmm. Ivermectin is in the list. So if anybody wants to argue with the World Health Organization,
so it's too late to it's too late to make it disappear, go away.
Yeah. I mean, it's stuff that when you look at what they consider their what's this called, list of essential medicines, it's all stuff that you're used to hearing, like over-the-counter ibuprofen, Tylenol, aspirin. Propofol for knocking people out. Stuff that's just used all the time. Amoxicillin. It's not just horsey worm. I don't know why this is taken off. It doesn't. Well, I know why. I don't.
Yeah, you've got to assassinate that thing so that you can say that. Well, hey, there's no other way. We got to make everyone do this thing.
Yeah, Japan is looking at it, and then again, India, I believe, is using it full time as a.
What was the last week? I think it was Rod Mills that sent it to me. That Fauci's wife is like the head of the board or something that's supposed to be reviewing the vaccine.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Yeah, and I looked it up and I was like, "Oh, this is actually true. Why is this not? Why is this not an investigative report?"
She sits the board and helps pick whose drugs get across her desk.
Is there such a thing as 60 Minutes anymore? Do we have actual journalism in America?
Well, not when it comes to exploring the truth. That's just too dangerous.
Oh, man.
We can't do that.
If
you really want to go deep, Patrick and I have had some chats.
Yeah, we went off the deep end on who runs the media and who does this and that. But my favorite new quote from Marley that annoys the hell out of her. We'll be sitting talking about something, and I'm like, "Oh, let me tell you what I just heard today," and I have to preface with, "Let me tell you about the government." So every time she just rolls her eyes and is like, "Another one,
Lord.
What now?"
Yeah, the brain box can only take so many conspiracy theories.
Yeah. But you'll never run out of content. That's for sure.
It's
it's true. You'll always have something to talk about.
Well, this is the number one way of slavery, man. Before it had to be force, it put a sword to your neck, but now it's it's brainwashing these days. Yeah.
Well, and we're begging for it. We're begging for it because we've been, literally bred into this world of consumerism where we need, we want, we consume, we need, we want, we consume, and then we're put in this box where we're told we can't do anything, we can't go out, we can't participate in commerce. We see everything kind of crumble, and then our freedoms are borrowed for a substantial period of time, and then after a while we're teased with giving our freedom back to us. And it's, of course, with limitations. And then, I don't know. This is a joke, because if you look back through all the patents that have come out regarding COVID, I mean, it's pretty nauseating. It's scary. Like the CDC took out a patent. One was taken out by Richard Rothschild in 2015 for COVID-19 testing. And it's public information on Google Patents. You could look it up right now. And then after that, he took out 3 more patents on the Karate Cold 19. Sorry, I don't know what you want to say on the program or not.
I don't care. Call it what it is. It doesn't matter. They can't do any worse to us than they've already done. So
yeah. So he took out 3 additional patents in I think 17, 19, and 20, or maybe 18, 19, 20. I'm not sure, but at least 3 more patents on COVID-19 testing, tracking, and tracing. So the Rothschild family has been paid for literally every single Q-tip that has gone up every single nose across the world. And I started looking into it, and I found that there are patents dating back to the year 2000 that were taken out by the CDC for vaccine testing for COVID-19.
Really?
Like that. We're talking 21 years ago.
Yeah, the news coming out today was that Fauci knew what he was doing. He's been potentially lying to Congress since the beginning, telling them, no, this is not gain of function. This has never been gain of function. When in fact, everybody on board was like, that's exactly what's happening here. So.
Yeah, war crimes, Nobody
will ever get held.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever be held responsible.
We'll see. Flying Rich gave us some money, by the way, so let's get that out there.
Money.
Flying Rich.
Money.
He wants to know how far along Patrick is with a certain project.
It hasn't taken off yet because we're waiting on some things that you texted me about to come in. Once those come in, we will start working on it. I have been playing with this, though, and I don't know if I want to buy one or not yet. I had an awesome picture go, I don't want to say viral, but Primary Machine and Barnauls posted copied it over to their Instagrams the other day.
Very nice, very nice.
It's not mine, so I can't go shooting it, but...
BOP. You can shoot it. You can shoot it if you want to.
I might do that then. I didn't want to go shooting something that didn't belong to me.
Oh,
but
no.
It was a very nice Roland special.
Yeah, it belongs to all of us. It's community, community property.
I mean, I'll take it next.
Yeah.
I have a nice 34. My 34 is I call it my unicorn, because most of the parts on it, aside from the frame and slide, are all the chameleon rainbow slick.
God, Marley would love that.
Oh, it's sick, dude. And I even built it, so there were some things that they didn't make in that like chameleon looking kind of color.
Do you have a picture of that on? Where's that, on the IG or something?
I don't know. Once I built like 10 P80s, I was like, maybe I should stop posting this stuff.
Okay.
No, but
I was about to say, let's see here. I'll check it. Do you have? What's your Let's see. What's your Instagram here?
It's I have 2. One is muzzles up, like the muzzle of a pow pow, up. So MUZZLES up. It may be on there, but my other IG is DLD.
Is that this one?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yes, no, it's not on there.
Follow that. Is it on there? But, let's see. I don't know.
So there's my Chrome AK. There's my... If you go up a little bit, since we were already on the topic, I dropped a box of magazines one day, the second picture down to the left.
Oh, wait.
And it just fell down in this pattern. It was the most bizarre thing.
This?
Yeah, it's just weird. It just landed exactly like that.
So weird. So random.
You liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I
think I have one.
What's the other one? Let's see. What's your other DLD?
Wait, what are we looking at there?
DLD After Dark.
DLD After Dark. Pay no attention to that Patrick. Don't get lost. Oh, there we go. All
What
right,
hub?
I'm following.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I
Wait.
follow you on Instagram. I need to do that right now.
That's a white battle worn P80 that I did, but that is not the one. Man,
How many
you know what?
P80s did you put together?
Yeah, this is
I mean,
obviously a lot. Obviously, all he does is put together P80s.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
clearly.
done one for myself.
Yeah.
I've built a couple of them. I've helped build a couple of them, let's say. But I've only ever done one.
Yeah, we've done a
It's
couple of different ones, I think. Yeah, we've done a couple
some
of
were
different
gifts.
ones.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like a consultant. I just consult others on how to build them. Then they leave. I have nothing.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I do. Come and take them. Jacob.
Yeah. So let's.
I'll see if I can get a picture to you.
Yeah. Just trying to go through here. Richard Wonder says Hank's porn stash. No, we're living in a digital world, man. Living in a digital world.
You know what they need to do? They need to take Material Girl and change it to Digital World. That would be great.
Dirt McGurk says Dark's movie trailer is baller. I don't know. Yeah.
I did a couple movie trailers.
Yeah. And what is this? John Crump Live gave us some money here. What does he say?
Money, 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 money. Money.
Yeah, they think they found me out. They think my first name is Dave.
Your name is Dave? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And speaking, I just saw this on IG, so I'm going to share it with you guys while we're on here. I see this is definitely on Ballistic Ink. I saw Mac shared it. Trader Joe.
I love it.
Yeah, I saw the thing today from Ballistic Ink that this is one of the things that you can get there. So there you go, Trader Joe.
that is
Shout out
quite
to Mac.
possibly like the second coolest shirt ever.
Oh, next. Hold on. Let's see. Wait, go ahead. Show that again. We've got you full screen now.
All right. So this is a semi-auto key card.
The key
so
card.
clearly, it's safe because it's semi. Right.
I wonder if the ATF can go after you for having that T-shirt.
For the
because
shirt?
you could draw it on a piece of steel and cut it off and then make it into a.
It's a
there any
pattern.
update
Not exact specifications, but I've consulted with several attorneys on this. You can find it. Oh, okay, I'm not going to do a shout out, but yeah.
What do you have Matthew LaRossiere on speed dial?
I'm not that high caliber, but
okay. He was here last night. His retainer didn't seem that bad. I thought he said his retainer was like $250 or something. I was like, well, hold on a second.
Like $250?
I could be wrong. I don't want. I think that's what I remember hearing last night. I don't know.
Sign me up.
I'd
You got a
retain him for
client
that.
right here.
Was it $250 a month? That might be worth it.
You know what? I don't want. Something like that happened. We probably need to ask him to be sure.
Has there been any update on the Autokeycard thing? I know the guy's going through his court stuff right now.
He's still sitting in jail.
He's in jail. He's actively in jail.
He has been in jail since January of this year.
What the hell's wrong with his lawyer?
Yeah, what state is he locked up in?
Here in Florida.
Oh, in Florida.
He's in like Jacksonville.
Yeah. So what I know currently is that this is more like just satire, like just to be funny, right? Like if we have no connection to him or his business, but a good friend of ours, CRS Firearms, helped raise him money just because he sponsored his channel a couple times, and that's kind of what he does. Like when people end up in trouble with the ETF, he shows up to help them, and he raised like $55,000 for him, gave it to the dad, and the initial attorney was not moving the ball down the field like at all, couldn't even get him out. They froze all of his assets, and then they, for some reason, that attorney was no longer representing him. They found another attorney, and nor the father or the attorney have done anything, including being able to get him bail. So he's sitting in jail.
Wait, they're not getting him bail. He's not a flight risk. What's he gonna?
And they froze all his assets. And
yeah,
his
what's he gonna do?
No access.
Yeah. So John Crump gave us
money.
He says,
money.
He says
defender, no bond.
Public defender, yeah, no bond.
That's
okay.
insane.
That's interesting.
I mean, this is the game the ATF plays. This is the game any federal agency plays. We have the ability to freeze your assets so you can't defend yourself legally, easily.
Yeah.
We're going to get you a public defender who's going to tell you your best option is to take a plea deal that we're going to offer to you that's going to be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Yeah, and at that point you've been in jail for 9 months, so you'll be desperate. Your family will be desperate, so of course you're going to, accept it. But, the problem is, like, they are assuming that every single dollar he has was made illegally based off of this business card, right? That's just impossible to assume.
Yeah,
and
he needs a better defense situation or something.
And
like that.
The crazy thing about his business card, again, the camera's going on now. The crazy thing about his business card is the ATF came back saying that it was easily, it was very easy to turn into a machine gun, turn into a lightning gun.
Yeah.
But they had a machine gun. They had a machine shop at their disposal, and it took them like 7 hours or something to cut one out, or it was something ridiculous. Some amount of time that was so ridiculous to even be considered a machine gun. Like in the amount of time that they spent cutting his card into a lightning link, I could have gone online, 3D printed one, and been done with it. Like,
oh my god, I know.
Yeah, John Crump says he's facing like 1,000 charges.
That's what they do. They put 1,000. They put more and more and more charges on top of you until you go, okay, I'll take a plea deal to only 5 of them.
Yeah,
that's how.
Well, if he's been in jail that long, he should, at least be reading some law books or something.
I'm just surprised. I'm surprised. Maybe I'll ask Crump about it, get some more details on Crump. But I'm just surprised that Moore hasn't. Nobody seems to be on his side. There's no news of being written about it. Nobody's covering it because I mean, it's like a simple. It's a straightforward First Amendment case.
It's a weird situation from what I'm hearing that they're going after, and I don't want to get too deep into, other people's things. But from what I hear, they're going after people who help him, or try to help him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they,
pure insanity. It's
to
me, it seems like a clear First Amendment. You could even consider it a piece of art. It has nothing. There's nothing on it. It's not like the previous one that they went after that even was already cut out. Other than that you could do like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that. It was just like a laser engraving.
Yeah,
there's a laser etch on it.
They are trying.
Even like this isn't the exact specs. It is a cartoon drawing. Now it is a damn good cartoon drawing, but we didn't want to do it in the exact specs, and we wanted to. I wanted to be able to have a shirt on, in my merch that was like a conversation starter. Like, what is that? To be able to explain to people, which really was the idea of the novelty of the original Autokeycard, was how ridiculous is this, that this is a machine gun. Now, this, for anyone watching, especially any Alphabet Soup boys, this is not a machine gun, but it's a way to explain to people that don't understand the NFA, federal laws, the GCA, all that stuff, how ridiculous and how far-stepping this is.
Absolutely. Vanessa Kitty wants to know if the feds impounded his place of business, home, vehicles. You guys know?
All I know. All I know from the person that I spoke with that spoke with him directly is that they seized all of his assets. I don't know what specifically that means as far as like his business, but or his cars or all that. But that's what it's all.
John is saying that ATF considers 8 hours in a machine shop as readily convertible.
Give me a drill bit in 20 minutes, and I'll have you an M16 ready to go. Off of any
allegedly, we haven't put out any.
Well, I also have to have the convertible parts, but I mean, drilling a third pin isn't hard at all. Yeah.
With this Dremel and Brownells, I assure you that I could, do
make anything.
way worse things way quicker.
Yeah,
8 hours is nuts.
It's ridiculous.
Printer.
Yeah,
8 hours in my garage, my home machine shop, I can get a full AK up and running. I mean, that tells you how much. And I'm not a skilled craftsman. I'm kind of a bare laborer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you how 8 hours to a real machinist, you could get shit done, like lots of shit done. That's a long time.
Absolutely, you could make a complete. You could literally, like BWE Firearms. That dude could literally make a complete Uzi from bar stock metal.
Oh yeah,
within 8 hours.
100%, no problem.
Yeah.
It's all crazy. Everything about that is crazy. The ATF
So we kind of had this before we started. Dark. Hold on. Oh, why does this say Walter Keller? I bet you it's not going to be Walter Keller joining us. No,
it's going to be John Crump.
Yes, absolutely. Look at who it is. He just puts whoever's name. Walter Keller. Walter Keller's going to say.
What's the story? Is anybody helping this guy?
Yeah, right. There's been people trying to help him. I will say that. I'm trying to get framed up here. Sorry.
You're good.
Got a movable tripod and it keeps on moving. No, there's been people trying to help him. I will say that. I know several gun groups reached out, and it looks like his legal defense never returned calls or anything else.
Can a group like GOA go in there and represent him? Or they can't do it if he has other representation.
A lawyer has to.
It has once you get an attorney, everything has to go through the attorney. Another attorney can't contact them directly. And I know there's been a couple of different gun groups who've had attorneys reach out to his attorneys. And as far as I know, no one's got any calls back or anything.
No calls back.
So
literally
it sounds
calls, text
like
messages,
a
emails.
concerted
is he
effort
alive?
by
Yeah, maybe some kind of writ of habeas corpus needs to be done here to make sure that he's actually. And if you don't know what that is, that's like show us the body. If someone's locked up so long that you're not communicating with them,
proof of life.
Yeah, proof of life. Boss Hog says hold on. Yeah, Boss Hog says hold on, Hank. What is a key card? I'm sorry, I missed something. So one of you guys. This guy was
making a business card sized thing. It looks just like that on the shirt, which had a laser etching on it of lightning links. That's what that is. If you were to cut that out, take 7.5 hours to perfect it and cut it out, it would turn into a lightning link, which is a machine gun. There are registered lightning links out there. Basically, all they do is every time the bolt goes forward, it pulls backwards on the release.
So the ATF is claiming it's a machine gun. It's not really a machine gun, but it's a component that would result in.
It could be if it were cut into
an AR
a lightning
becoming
link,
a machine gun.
If it were cut into a lightning link, then yes, it's a machine gun. A lightning link is considered a. You can serialize back in 1986. Before then, you could serialize a lightning link and use it to turn your semi-auto into a machine gun. Yeah, but when you put a laser etch on a business card, it's a piece of artwork as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. The ATF considers readily convertible, because that's what they say. It's readily convertible.
Readily convertible.
ATF considers readily convertible to be 8 hours in a fully functional, like fully equipped machine shop with skills.
That's insanity. That amount of time in a quality machine shop, I could make a lot of things in there.
Yeah, you can make a machine gun out of like boat metal.
Bar stock, bar aluminum.
Yeah. I could literally create an armory of machine guns for a homeless person army.
Could you imagine? That'd be a great army. They don't have any will to live. They don't care about the future. They just are like robots.
We already had something like that. It's called Antifa.
That's true.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're at least government fired.
What's that?
That Antifa teacher that
got fired.
Veritas, they fired his ass.
Thank God. And
Wait, I missed this story. Veritas found an Antifa teacher?
2 weeks ago, Project Veritas got word that a teacher in California was flying an Antifa flag on his wall. This was middle schoolers. He's flying a flag for
in the
Antifa.
classroom.
He had a picture of Mao on the wall. The school finally they put it out there because the school had been reported. This person
extra credit.
Yeah,
don't forget about the extra credit.
Yeah, he was giving students extra credit for going to Antifa-esque protests.
In middle
but
school?
if you wanted to go to a conservative protest, what is it, anti-abortion protest, he said, no, that's not extra credit, can't do that.
And if you had a problem with Antifa, go ahead and tell him about that.
Yeah, he was saying that one student anonymously made a complaint saying that he found the flag offensive, and the teacher basically, in front of the whole class, said, listen, if you find that flag offensive, well, basically, you're a Nazi, because that's the only people that would find that flag offensive.
Yeah. It made him feel uncomfortable. Wow. If the flag made you feel uncomfortable, then you're a Nazi.
So finally, Project Veritas got involved, did an expose, tracked down the guy's house, tried to interview him, got pictures from inside the school, and then published all of it online like they do about a week ago. There was a school board meeting held, and I don't know if it's specifically about that, but there was a school board meeting held where a bunch of parents showed up and were like, this has got to go.
Who is this guy?
Not tolerating this. Mm-hmm. And finally, a couple days ago, they fired his ass.
Good.
But now, I mean, remind you, this is the guy that works for an organization, volunteers for an organization, who is more than happy to dox anybody possible, throw bricks through windows, firebomb people. But the second his face got on Project Veritas, he went crying, "Oh, boo-hoo, people know who I am. I'm getting death threats. Oh my God, it's the worst."
Oh, yeah.
That was the greatest video.
Yeah.
He put out a video about that, the guy.
Yeah, and
as someone
who's been on an Antifa hit list, I have no sympathy towards him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff. I wasn't aware of that one. That's crazy.
Yeah, that happened in the last 2 weeks.
Publish your address. They will get a pizza a day delivered to your home for the rest of your life. People will stop by. They will pick it outside of your home. They will come to your job. They will do the craziest stuff, mostly because they're unemployed and looking for a place to shower.
They have a homeless army. They literally have a homeless army.
Yeah,
just do what I did.
It's government funded.
Just do what I did. I got a couple of my boys with ARs, and we went down to where they were at and tried to talk to them.
I don't like that.
Oh no, they didn't like that. They
don't believe. So they're the type that believes the Second Amendment is for them, but not for anybody else. Like, if you don't agree with them, you shouldn't have guns, but they should, because they're protecting from.
Well, look at the way that just stop me. Like, put up your hand if this is going too far.
No.
Look at how they handled the kid that defended himself with the black rifle during that time. In the Kenosha of the
Rittenhouse.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The Kenosha kid he's supposed to be going to trial soon. I think his trial is coming up in the next 2 months, October, I believe. And
the dude had a Glock 26 leveled at his head.
He came out saying that had he not been shot, he would have killed Rittenhouse because he thought he was a threat
on social media.
Yeah,
in print.
What's his name? Barnes is going to be representing him. He'll be in the trial, I think, is in October, and it's going to be live streamed. I wouldn't say televised, but live streamed, like the whatchamacallit one that was all fucking whatchamacallit from a while ago, a couple months back.
I bet that guy probably would have gave it his right arm to try to kill Rittenhouse.
Oh, absolutely.
Jokes.
Yeah, he would have just shouldered down.
Yeah, the guy got his shoulder down.
Dude, I have never seen a bicep turn into a vagina so quick. Like, it was just like
that's why it's a good representation of why just don't fuck with people. If you don't want a fleshy
alone
thing on your don't fuck with people.
If you don't want your bicep turned into meatloaf, just leave people alone.
Oh man, I've watched that video over and over, and I'm just like, that's the moment. Oh, before that he's good. Oh, that's the moment right there when
only you, Patrick.
Hey, and he's
like, fuck that guy.
We did the same thing.
There he comes. Now he has a fleshlight on his arm.
Yep.
Fleshlight. We essentially had like an open source investigation on it in our Discord, and I mean, we were like, it's pretty crazy.
I followed the 4chan stuff on it, and they figured out who he was Everybody. It's amazing how fast they figured out who everybody was in most of the videos within like 24 to 48 hours. It was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't have to tell Patrick, but do you know what 4chan is, right? We've had this discussion before.
CIA.
It's a honeypot mostly. I think.
Autism.
Oh, weaponized autism, 100%. Oh
okay.
My God, weaponized autism for the. I mean, chasing down the flag was the best thing. He will not divide us. We talked about that a while ago.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
If a plane flies this way and that way, and that means the guy's Dave Johnson.
Yeah.
Why you gotta give my whole name out, man?
So let me see here, a couple things. Okay, let's go back to someone's asking about PPQ M1 or M2. Check the internet. That's what I would Google. Say. That's what I would say. You can look that up if you. That's my best advice to you if you're trying to get it. Okay. What was I gonna say? Okay, so you're here. John came in because we were talking about what happened to the guy with the key card.
Yeah.
So he's being held. If metaphorically, of course, this is not real, but he's being held hostage by his lawyer. It sounds like.
It's really interesting to see that. So his first lawyer was representing him, and there was a popular YouTuber that was helping raise money and communicating with the attorney, but the father was kind of out of the picture, not really communicating, and almost seemed like he didn't want to take action. And if anything I'm saying is incorrect and someone knows him in the family, please let me know. But out of nowhere, this YouTuber posts a video, and the attorney says, "That's it. I am not representing him because of the publicity that's coming from this YouTuber, and you're going to have to get a new lawyer." And runs out of there. And then there's just this person that is completely ineffective, not taking action, not returning calls. I mean, it was almost like it was set up.
The first lawyer didn't want publicity for the case. He didn't want anyone to know about the case.
Yeah, but that's the opposite of what you want to do here.
That's the opposite. No, I want all the publicity. I want everybody to know what's going on. And then when I win the case, I'm saying I were a lawyer. And when I win the case, I want everybody to know I'm that dude that won that case against the ATF. You want to hire me? It's a whole lot of money.
This sets
I don't think he was going for a win. I think he was going for a plea bargain.
Settlement?
Yeah.
Was he trying to get him to settle out?
I wouldn't. I mean, this doesn't sound like something you want to plea bargain and lose all your rights over.
God,
tell me you have to develop a EDC, a PWEDC.
Well, I mean, if you consider that in the state of Florida, like if it goes to trial in the state of Florida, they're going to convict someone for having a machine gun that's literally etched into a business card.
And anybody that owns them, I guess,
I don't understand.
There's 1,000 charges.
They would consider this shirt a machine gun? I say
no. Yeah. No, because it's a material.
This is readily convertible within 8 hours in a machine shop. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Don't tell them that, man.
8 hours? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. If you soak it in the right polymers and hard.
You do like that guy that makes knives out of everything? He can make a.
Oh yeah, the creeper. Oh, dude.
Talking about like guns that are machine guns. Talking about a gun that machine gun. There's a video going around where a guy has a old Taurus, and something happens to it. It's not converted or anything, but you load up a magazine, you pull the trigger, and it runs away.
You don't even have to pull the trigger. Sometimes you just
shake it. I showed Hank that video the other day. Just shake it.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
So
those little 24/7 pros.
So the funny thing about this whole thing, by the way, shout out to Hootie Hoo. I see Hootie Hoo out there.
Hey.
Yeah, so the funny thing about this is last night with we had Matthew LaRosiere as well as Walther on, and we had the same kind of conversation over what was it last night? I think it was we were talking about either Mac 10s or something like that, or open bolt semi-auto.
Yeah, I watched that.
and I think Walter was like, because Matt was saying that you could technically make one of those if you wanted to, and Walter said that's illegal. And it became a whole thing because it's not technically illegal.
I'm under the impression that the ATF outlawed any open bolt semi-autos after like 1998 or something. But I don't know that for a fact. So.
It's any open bolt that's based on an open bolt machine gun.
Oh, so if you made an open bolt 1022, semi-auto open bolt 1022, that's not based on an open bolt machine gun. That should be legal then.
Yeah.
No, none of us are lawyers.
Do you want to really mess around with
do not take our advice on any of this.
So K&M says it was a great show. Shout out to K&M Arms out there, makers of awesome bullpups.
We got a bunch of big people in the name in the chat tonight.
We got some people in the gun industry that hang out and watch the show.
Yeah, big names.
But here's the thing.
Check me out, DLD After Dark.
So technically, Matt was right that there's no law, right? There's no act of Congress or no law about it. And what Walter was saying on his side is, it's not what I want to do. And eventually, I mean, Matt said the same thing. Like, I wouldn't advise you that you do that.
No, I wouldn't advise you.
But there isn't a law against it. And this is the reason why, what we're talking about here. Because no one wants to be that test case that they bury in a hole somewhere and no one sees you for, 9 months in?
Heller. You don't, as much as we love Heller versus DC, you don't want to be Heller.
No one wants
I don't want to be
Heller. Unless you're Heller. Heller, trust me, I talked to Dick, and Heller wants to be Heller.
Yeah.
I saw that Heller started he filed a new case today.
Yes.
Against DC. So I guess we'll talk about that too, but that's what brought that to mind. I personally don't know that I want to be Heller.
Yet?
Just to throw this out there, though.
God damn it. Really? They put that out? Did they put that out?
Yes.
Yeah, he put a picture on Instagram or something.
Yeah, I was going to text you.
Yeah, it's already out there, so you got to get an article up quick.
Yeah, I was going to text you about it.
I've had it written for like 2 weeks.
Dick Heller sues District of Columbia.
Dan Zimmerman stole your glory. You better get on that.
I'm gonna call it. You know what? I'm gonna call it. Dude, I've been sitting on my story that's written for actually probably like 6 weeks now.
You better get on that.
Yeah. You might as well. Put it up.
You know, the guy that I refer to as Chicken Farmer all the time on my podcast, my lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the guy that's actually arguing that case.
Oh, okay.
Heller?
Yeah. Dick Heller is actually cool. He told me he wanted to come on the podcast.
I just don't want to be the guy that has to go to the Supreme Court because that means I am in the shit of things, and I don't want that for my life.
Yeah. I tried to get him on this podcast, but people who I won't mention are like, "Oh no, you can't have." But I would love to actually have. I would love to have Dick Heller. I met him at SHOT Show or something, and he was like, "Dude, I want to come on your podcast."
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
Yeah,
he set up this conference call. I don't know if this is behind the scenes stuff. And
don't create problems. Yeah.
No, I was like, what is this conference call for? I get an invite to a conference call. Mm-hmm. So he's thinking everyone's coming on there, and then it's like an hour of him talking about like COVID in the news.
Oh, okay.
Well, I read in this paper, and it was like, thank you guys for coming. Like, what the hell is and my lawyer was on the call too, and he was like, what the hell was that? I was like, I have no idea.
And I do want to throw this out there too, just before we move on to another topic. I know since Babyface P is like the researcher of the show, if you go on like Gunbroker or any of the like, and you search open bolt guns for sale, there are open bolt Max, Techs, all sorts of stuff.
They're still semi-auto, and they were grandfathered in before 1990, whatever.
Yeah. But manufacturers, this is what we were talking about last night. Manufacturers don't want to get into that because they don't want this kind of heat coming down on them. So lately, no one wants to make that. No one wants to get into making.
If I'm in the business to make money, then no, I'm not getting in. I'm not getting involved in that. If I'm in the business to screw with the ATF, then fuck yeah, of course I want to do that because I want to piss them.
Everybody is bad at
triggers.
Right. Well,
I'll make it a gun company.
Yeah.
That's
so here, look, everyone's a badass until you actually. Put your hands up if you've actually been arrested. If you've been arrested, put your hands up.
I've not been arrested. I have no interest in being
Yeah,
arrested.
everybody's a badass. It's like Mike Tyson says, everyone has
badass to get punched in the face.
Yeah, everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face. So if you've never actually been arrested,
my daughter's freaking out. Give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
Go at it. Go at it.
Yeah. Yeah, so, it's all good until you actually get arrested.
and then the panic sets in.
And then they take your freedoms away.
Yeah. No, I totally
sounds
agree.
awesome.
That's what I'm saying. If I were running a business to make money, then no, I don't want to. I don't want to be on the foul side of the ATF. But if I'm in a business to screw with them, like say some trigger company out there that knows that they're correct, then yeah, I would. Good for them. I hope I know that they will win their case if they get the correct judge. It's sad to say that they have to get the correct.
Are you talking
judge.
about the rare breed?
Yep.
Okay.
They're absolutely in the right. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but they're not going to win.
Yeah.
Did they already get a judge assigned?
Yeah. It's a very liberal Obama appointee.
Then what did I just say? If they get the right judge, so they got the wrong judge. Then guaranteed they will lose this first string of the case and have to appeal it. Have they already had their injunction approved or denied?
It was denied. The emergency injunction was denied.
It was denied? Well, of course it was.
So one of the things that I'm learning, and John, you could shed better light on this. One of the things I'm learning, the guy who owns the rare breed company is himself a lawyer, right?
Yeah, Kevin Maxwell.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer.
So he himself is a lawyer.
He's representing himself, too.
He's representing himself.
What?
Yeah, you know what they say? A man who represents himself has a fool for a client? Is that something like that in lawyer speak? But
he's got testicles larger than me because I want a full team of lawyers on my side.
Yeah. So what do you think about this whole case, John? I'm interested to know what your take of the whole rare breed thing is.
I don't think that it is a machine gun. I think the ATF came up with it being a machine gun. I guess there was a Ken. I guess that's the male version of a Karen at the ATF that pushed it until they finally looked at it. He went to the technology branch and they're like, oh, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, it's probably a machine gun, but we don't have anything to test it on. Whatever. So he just kept on pushing it. Then he went to the field office, and then all of a sudden, magically, complaints came in from citizens, and then they finally looked at it and they're like, "Yeah, it's a machine gun, but we gotta actually put it through the testing." So how can you say it's a machine gun, but you predetermine it's a machine gun, and hopefully they'll bring that up.
They predetermine it's a machine gun. They have to put it through the testing, and then when they report to Rare Breed that, hey, this is a machine gun, we tested it, it's a machine gun, we know it's a machine gun, you need to stop producing it. They were like, okay, show us the evidence. If you went and tested it, we need to see the test that you performed. No, we can't. We're not going to give you that. We can't give you that.
Yeah.
So machine gun, stop selling.
Let me just get this in here. We got $20.
Money.
DRB 166 says nothing to see here. Move along. BZ on the show. Love it. I don't know. Who is BZ? I don't know.
BZ.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, but I appreciate the $20 for sure.
But
that's some kind of code. That's
a shame.
So here's my question. I want to ask on this, Patrick.
Who's BZ?
Yeah, I want to ask. No, do you know who BZ is? You guys have so many inside things. I am always clueless about what the inside jokes are. So did Rare Breed have an approval letter from the ATF? Yes or no?
No.
I'm not going to make a statement because it will be a lot of profanities.
Oh.
No. They didn't have a letter from the ATF. They had a letter from 4 experts, including Rick Vasquez and O'Kelly, and
the whole shebang of people from ex-ATF agents who are actual experts. But weren't they pitching it? Weren't they pitching it like they had an approval letter on that from the ATF?
It's an accessory. They said we have a letter in some of their marketing. Mm-hmm. They never specifically stated that it was a letter from the ATF.
Okay.
They have letters.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think about that? Was that maybe a little misleading? Do you think they should have figured that whole thing out? Or at the end, this Patrick is saying it's an accessory, they've got no right to be up in there?
I didn't buy one. But I heard that there was going to be issues back. I don't know. When did I tell you there was going to be issues with them?
When John, I'm on the same boat. When they first came out, I said the ATF is going to come after this. I know that 100%.
No, but I told Hank, when I started hearing that, hey, they're trying to get one. I told Hank, I was like, yeah, they're trying to get one. I kind of like, dude, this is going to be bad.
Yeah. James Miller says you can still buy the trigger on their site. Looks like
it's not a machine gun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, they are refusing to comply with the cease and desist.
Again, I don't want to be Heller, but I'm glad that somebody is stepping up to the plate because it's not a machine gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not.
You can't be any more clear than when you look at what the definition of machine gun is, look at this, and then go, it's not a machine gun. Like, but again, I don't want to be Heller, so maybe I'm a little bit of a bitch in this situation because I don't want to go after the ATF.
Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants dead.
Yeah, exactly.
The famous line, yeah. Everyone wants to go to heaven. No one wants to die.
If you want to buy one, go ahead and buy one, but that is going to have to be your decision. But you're going to have to realize that you might be giving that trigger up fairly shortly. Because even if they don't turn over the customer's list, they're going to get it from shipping or from the
That's the shitty thing is they'll go to FedEx or they'll go to UPS and go, oh, who did you ship from here to there?
Well, look at like Polymer 80, the Polymer 80 raid. By the way, I got a stream on Saturday night raising money for P80 Dan, which is a Polymer 80 employee. It is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we're going to be directing everyone to his GoFundMe. We're going to be giving away a lot of P80s and in 320 kits and a bunch of other really cool stuff.
What time Saturday night is that? I think I'm going to be on there for a little while.
From 8 p.m. to midnight. Patrick, you're welcome to come on too.
8 p.m. to midnight? Okay.
Yeah. But getting back to what...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, getting back to what I was saying with the Polymer 80 refused to turn over any of the customer information too.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did is they went to stamps.com and authorized.net and pulled everyone who bought something from Polymer 80 off from stamps.com and authorized.net, and that's how they knew where everyone was.
And those companies have no stake in the game and want to continue commerce. They have no interest in fighting for your rights. No interest.
The firearms market for them is the teeny tiny little.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably why they are tired of dealing with us, is because the ATF is going to constantly, FBI is probably up their ass constantly looking for stuff, and they're like, fuck off, I don't care.
Yeah, Brian Quick says buy one with cash, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, look, you could go that route, that's not necessarily going to stop them from tracking you down either.
Theoretically, if I was buying one, it would be behind the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, with a mask on.
But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's not a machine gun. I don't know. Like I keep saying, I don't know if I want to be the one that goes up against the ATF, but it's not a machine gun. I don't know how much more clear it's not a machine gun.
Right. Like I say, it's always awesome until you're that person stuck in the prison cell.
Yeah.
This guy trying to figure out whether or not people are going to save you and put money together or
the guy doing the Autokeycards. What he was doing was absolutely not illegal. Not even a shadow of a doubt in my mind. Not illegal.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's now awesome. He's 7 months in jail and 8 months in jail.
Yeah, his trial should be coming up within the next 4 months sometime.
4 months. Oh wow.
Wow. He will get time credit for that 8 months off the 20,000 shares that he's paid.
So no one can find out anything about that case unless he changes lawyers. Like the lawyer situation has locked that in 100%. There's no way around.
Well, we like everybody that's contacting him is being directed to his lawyer, which is probably the smartest thing, because I know somebody who did speak to him on the phone and then had the ATF show up and subpoena them.
Because they talked to a guy on the phone?
Yeah, so they had to go to Florida from
Oh, I know who
Wisconsin
you're talking
to give
about.
deposition.
Yeah, they're going mafia rules on this.
That's really what they're doing.
Yeah, they're treating
really
everyone like as they're involved in some kind of criminal conspiracy, I guess.
Yeah, K&M Arms
Yeah.
says Rare Breed stated that they were going off a previous approval letter given to TACCON, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the
M3R
okay.
M3R.
Yeah,
Yeah, M3R, because it's the same concept. It's almost identical. Theirs just works.
Because of the auto resetting part of that.
Yeah. And the 3MR is still no problem. It's still in the market.
Is TACCON still TACCON? I think I heard is back or something like that. That company.
Yeah, well, what I think happened was, honestly, I think it was just this one guy in the ATF that didn't like it, saw the video, and didn't like it.
Yeah.
Bravo Zulu, U.S. and Brit natives.
Oh, there we go. So here we go. This is from
money,
DLD 166.
money.
Navy.
Landlubbers. BZ's,
Semaphore
Bravo
flags.
Zulu. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, semaphore flags never paired together. Hold on, let me see. Never paired together, so they were used to mean job well done. You landlubbers. Okay, I get. All right, I'm gonna have to remember that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, well, like Patrick said, dealing with all this stuff, no one wants to have the possibility of needing a PWEDC. So.
Yeah, exactly. Hank, we got to figure out by the end of the show when Dart comes back what your PWEDC is.
My what?
We'll
Mine
figure it
is
out.
Taurus.
It's only 8 o'clock. I think mine. What did I say mine was?
Mine's a Taurus Raging Bull.
Oh, good for you.
Wait, hold on a second. What was this? I heard a bunch of letters.
PWEDC.
I can't explain it to you. It's a dark thing, so I feel like we need to let him explain it when he comes back.
I don't know if I want to know.
Dark says every time somebody comes on his show, he asks what your PWEDC is, and then he'll explain it to you, and then you figure it out. Let him come back on, and then we'll talk about it.
Mine's a Taurus Raging Bull with a unsheathed, like an unsheathed K-bar.
Oh God! Is that your pecker?
Oh wait, hold on a second. I just figured out. No, I'm not getting involved in that. I just figured it out.
You have to pick. You got to pick one.
No.
PWE
prison. That sounds like prison wallet something.
It is.
Yeah.
EDC.
Everyday carry.
Yeah, prison wallet, everyday carry. No. My prison wallet is remaining untouched.
Everyday carry. So I'd have to carry it daily.
Hey! Don't knock it until you try it, Hank.
An unsheathed K-bar right up your bum.
Yeah, K&M Arms says,
with that.
Yes, with that you're out.
I gotta take off.
Okay,
I got a scout meeting.
Thanks, John. We appreciate it. This coming Saturday, right? Your telethon.
Yeah, John Crump Live. Yeah, and we're gonna do it there's gonna be no super chats. It's not gonna be monetized. Everybody's gonna be directed to the GoFundMe. We're gonna be giving away a lot of P80s. P80s kicking in some stuff. JFC is kicking in some stuff.
Okay.
I bought a backpack that have you guys seen it where you pull it out and all of a sudden you got a bulletproof vest on?
That's cool.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I bought one just for this. I bought a couple 80% lowers for this as well.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm kicking in about $1,000 worth of stuff myself. And yeah, we're gonna do some good fundraising, and you guys can win a bunch of really cool stuff.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, we'll do some promotion for this on and around Saturday.
All right, that works for me,
we'll
man.
be on there. Okay, cool. Thanks. K&M Arms says that TACCON is still producing. Peace, John.
Wolverine's motherfucker.
he had to get a last word in there.
Yeah.
Such a bastard. Yes, TACCON is still producing. Okay.
Good to know. Good.
I like their triggers from back in the days. I haven't seen the TACCON people in a while, but
I don't think I've ever used one of their triggers.
I think you have. We've had those triggers in various things. Yeah.
Man, I just never thought about it.
Their trigger was in an AK for a while. Yeah. There was an AK that I had that had one of those triggers in there, the auto resetting trigger. but I've definitely done videos and stuff
Did
like
you
that
read
with
what I
them.
put?
So,
Hold on, Marley. We got to talk here.
uh-oh.
Did you read what I said? No, that is not what I said. Okay, back to what we're talking about.
Marley wants to know why you're talking about the prison wallet that you think belongs to you.
No,
But
she
really has ownership over.
She brought me dinner that I do not want to eat, so I will not be eating.
Swamp Dog wants to know what's the best way to send me a video link.
That's a good question.
Yes, ask Lola. That'll be my answer to you.
Don't you have an email?
Yeah, he should have my email. I've
Just
emailed him before.
Yeah,
email it to me. Yeah, email it to me.
hankstrange@pornhub.com.
Yes, there you go. I thought Marley was telling you, hey, don't be talking about that prison wallet of yours. That also belongs to Marley. Huh?
If she would make breakfast for dinner, and she brought up a frozen microwave sandwich. And I was like, are you serious? We have bacon, eggs, cheese, onions, bagels. You're going to bring me a frozen sandwich? I'll just make dinner after we get off here. I'm not being ungracious. I'm not going to...
You poor suffering baby.
When we're done here, I will go make Brenner, a proper Brenner.
Wait, Patrick not eating food. There's something wrong.
I know, I'm getting hungry. We had a late lunch and I'm starting to get hungry, so.
Yeah. K&M's Arms says that he built the AK housings for them. There you go. Very cool.
TACCON made AKs?
They had I think they had their trigger I think their trigger was drop in. It's been a long time.
Oh, they had an AK trigger, you're saying.
Yeah.
So it had like a housing around it. Why is my internet so bad?
He might have to. Yeah, it's not me because I don't have any other internet devices on.
You got something going on because it's not me.
Now
it was working great.
Let me do a speed test on my thing.
Oh, it's gonna make it even worse.
Yeah, temporarily.
All right. So what else is in the news? What else is going on?
There's a whole bunch of different things that I had on tap to talk about that we'll get into here.
What's the truth about that?
What's been on your thing? What have you posted some videos?
Video went up on Monday. I guess you could call it sponsored. I don't know. They sent it was a free product that was given to me to review. Mm-hmm. But we took a look at the Master Mounts. AK Master Mount, the guy that runs that company, is now making side rail mounts for optics and safety levers for AKs.
Oh, let me see if I can.
So I took a look at his. Mm-hmm. I took a look at his side mount, and it was okay. I think I still prefer the other one that I have.
AK Master Mount. What company is that from? Let's see if we can get this up here. Oh, that's the name of the company.
That's the name of the company.
Okay. How is it? Does it work? It looks like I think there's a couple of different companies that make these.
Yeah, right? So there's another one I've tried from Midwest Industries that I don't really like as much.
Yeah, and then
the Master Mount is nicer.
What's the name of the one that I have?
RS Regulate. We both have RS Regulates.
Yes.
I personally like RS Regulate, but I've never had to pay full price for an RS Regulate. I've always gotten them on discount from working at places or something like that. Mm-hmm. But when you look at RS Regulate versus AK Master Mount, the RS Regulate runs you like $210, $215. Mm-hmm. The AK Master Mount, I think he's charging like $140 on the low end to $155. So it'll save you a pretty penny. It'll save you a bunch of money.
Is it as tough? Is it strong? Like, I don't know. What's the differences?
It's billet, as far as I can tell, billet aluminum. Nice piece of equipment. I'm a Gucci.
Yes,
type.
You're a gear snob. Say it. I want to hear it. No, say it.
I'm a Gucci type. I like the better things in life, the quality things in life. But no. There's nothing wrong with his. His is if it were between a Midwest Industries and AK Master Mount, I would go with the AK Master Mount. It was nicely finished. The edges were nicely rounded. Just a preference thing.
Yeah.
And the price was a little bit better.
By the way, it's not me causing any problems. My upload is 50.
I don't have anything going. Marley better not be watching no movies.
Yeah. Well, you just made Marley mad. Next time, don't make Marley mad. Eat the food that is put in front of you.
want a frozen sandwich.
Eat it.
Swamp Dog Armory says he emailed you the link.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what this is about. I'm gonna have to pre-look at this. So anyway, so that's a cool video that's up. You guys should go check that video
out. Yeah, on
Monday.
Again, I like it. It's gonna ride the master mount, the new master mount, and that side rail is gonna ride on the East German AK, and it will have a EOTech sitting on top of it. So as we go forward, we'll put it through its paces. We don't, you know me, I don't treat guns like safe queens, so it'll get beat up.
Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to pull this video. I got to look at this. Let's see. Oh, someone has a song called F Biden. That's what he's trying to send me. Which obviously we're not going to be able to actually play that, but apparently there's a song called that. I'll just put it up here briefly so people can see it. It's Burden, F Biden. There you go. I guess there's a hip hop song out there. So don't want to get into any kind of whatever's about that. It happens, man, which is totally ridiculous. And he says, "Oh, I don't know if you could show it live."
Yeah, exactly.
Swamp Dog Armory, you're getting my face. Yeah.
We haven't yet talked about the goofy ass gun, the Trailblazer. I'm sorry, the Pac 9 from Trailblazer, which I'm not gonna lie, is kind of cool.
Why are you calling it goofy? Why are you calling it goofy?
Because it's goofy that it swivels, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
I think it's cool.
My apologies, gentlemen.
Hey, that's all right, man.
Back. So Hank, by the end of the show, Hank has to tell us what his PWEDC is.
No, I don't.
You won't.
No. Oh, you guys talked about PWEDC?
Yeah, he figured out what it was.
I
didn't want it. Crump brought it up.
So. Yeah, it's something that, my community came up with as a group.
We won't be talking about that. Yeah, we won't be.
Hank is too. He's embarrassed by the size of his use. It's too tight. He can't fit much up there.
Yeah. It's one directional from the
it's unidirectional
to the tutor, goes in one direction. It stays going in that direction.
Hank's got a tramp stamp on the back that says exit only.
No, I've got a Tampa tramp stamp on there. It's just a dolphin.
What?
All you need is a cigar tube, some Vaseline. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's right.
I was pretty sure we said we weren't going to be going there. Let's talk about this Trailblazer firearm.
We also talked about the woman who put an entire revolver up her hoo-ha. Was that what it was?
That was a man.
He put a revolver up his
woman
hoo-ha?
now.
Up his,
I think so.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's talk about this Trailblazer thing here before Lola reschedules every single one of Dark's next appearances.
Yeah, right.
On here. No, that's not gonna happen. So one of the cool things about this is from the guy who invented the what is it, that card thing? Hold on. The life card. See that? Trailblazer is a manufacturer of innovative firearms, including the groundbreaking folding single shot discreet carry 22 life card. So it looks interesting, man. I like the way that it looks, and there is a video. Wait, hold on. No, I don't know if that's the right video. Hold on, let me see.
What did that?
Yeah, did
that barrel go back inside for storage?
Oh, where the hell is that video?
So it like rotates.
Oh, here we go.
It rotates around. And I guess faces you if you're gripping it, but hopefully it can't fire.
Here's the video. So I'm just gonna play, probably not this whole thing. Well, this is a promotional video anyway, so we should be able to show it. It looks interesting.
Yeah, as long as we talk over it, that's fair.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Nice.
I mean, I assume they want some advertising fun here. Uses Glock mags.
It's got a weird, I like the way that the whole barrel twists around right here. He's going to show this.
Yeah, you press in that little button or something. Oh, yeah. It's not. The video's not playing very smoothly for us.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. You guys can check it out. It's on the Firearms blog.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Well as other places.
That's what I said. I would own one. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'm tired of the same old.
I'm looking for the here's the stats on it, but I don't see price. So it's supposed to come out Q1 2022. Magazine fed direct blowback. This is going to be in the category of the sub 2000 kind of a thing, but I don't know what the money. I don't know what the money is going to be on it. They don't say here, like what it's going to cost.
I'm going to guess twice as much as the sub 2K.
So well, the sub 2K is what, Patrick? Like $400 or $500?
$400 or $500. I can't believe she did that.
Oh, he actually got his breakfast sandwich. Are you happy now? You got your bacon? Oh, now he's gonna check it. Oh, hold on. Let's see. What are you showing there? Oh, look at you. You got a sandwich.
This is my Sandy. Yeah, because I didn't make dinner. Took care of the little one.
Yeah, Patrick, what you got here before you start? By the way, look at Dark's picture. Well, his picture. Well, yeah, his picture's not so bad.
I'll bring it back.
Yeah, there you go.
I could be like an advertisement.
Yeah, there you go. So food. Yeah, so I think the sub 2000 is around $400 or $500.
Yeah, I paid a little more for mine. You can typically get them for like, I think $459 to $479, $499, like anywhere in that range, depending on the person you get it from. I paid a little bit more because I was super picky and I wanted the like navy blue colored one, and I'm so happy, dude. It's beautiful, and I have a battle worn blue Glock 17 that matches it very well. So I'm thrilled about it.
I think Patrick, you have a sub 2000 now too, right? But don't you have a brown one or something like that? Oh, okay. I guess not.
They do, yeah. They have olive.
You didn't
green.
Like it.
I have this now.
I don't think. Oh, okay. He traded it in for other stuff.
I needed money for other things.
Yeah, that's.
And I have an MP5, so it's hard to argue with an MP5.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So here, I'll run some stuff in. This is from Caltech. Let's see. I don't see. Where's the money on this thing? Oh, here we go. Oh, so it's between 578 and 621.
Yeah,
I'm guessing depending on which one you get. Yeah.
Is this a sub 2K?
Yeah, this is the sub 2000.
You can normally get them between $500 and $600.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, $400 and $500.
So let's say we say 1,200 on that thing. Is that too much? For the other one, too much. That might be too much. That might be too much. You're fine with a sub 2000.
Yeah, if it's like 800 or 900, because they're look, I love Caltech. I love the sub 2000, but there is a lot of polymer. It's not exactly something that will outlive us under hard use. If that is a complete steel and aluminum setup with
your Glock or most of these polymer pistols, they're polymer obviously, and I think they'll outlive us. They're tough.
Yeah, the Glocks will. But I think
sub 2000. I don't know. I mean, we never really crazy torture tested a sub 2000, but
even like the where the head spacing is, where when you fold the sub 2000 down, the whole mold around the chamber is polymer and the feed ramp is polymer. You can swap it out for some steel or aluminum components with like the M Carbo company, but I don't know. I mean, it's not a gun that like I would like strap up and like
They're not. They don't have any. They don't have any prices here on this thing. I'm looking
no. They go to the dealers and the dealers put the price.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is Pack 9. Yeah,
Pack
I don't know
9.
if it's still new to the market. I don't even know if they.
Yeah. That's it. We'll see. Maybe by the time SHOT Show time rolls around, I don't know if there will be a SHOT Show, but
I'm gonna guess like 800 to a G, roughly.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's probably not bad.
I can see that.
Yeah. BWE Firearms says, "What's up to you?"
What's up, Hoff?
And Atomic Bulls says that Caltech is the Fisher Price of guns. Total junk.
Oh, come on.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Some of their stuff I would agree with that, but I would say not everything. And I think they have some cool things out there. So
yeah, the P3AT, PF9, and Sub 2000 are like pure gold.
Yeah,
yeah,
KSG. I go into a zombie apocalypse with my KSG.
Oh yeah, and the KS7, that thing is dope.
Yeah,
I've not fired one. I've wanted to.
Yeah, and then the RDB. So the RDB, as long as you, the downward one, as long as you're not using the GI mags and stuff like that suppressed, I think you're fine.
Don't expect QD swivels, right?
Yeah, they won't be. Of course, they won't be anything like that. And then I have a RFB, which is also pretty good. I have the Hunter model of the RFB, which I'm not sure if they still make those or not. Let me see if they. I don't know if they do.
Yeah, they still make the RFB. I like the RFB. I miss mine. One day I'll get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good guns. That's the 308 that forward ejects, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
It's a dope gun.
Yeah, at one time I had 2 of them, and then I sold one to someone. And
listen, Marley went to nursing school, and I got fired from my job, so it got sold.
Yes, yeah. And at the time, I didn't have the money to get it back.
Yeah.
And I had a very special one. Yeah, I had a very special one that but we'll see.
He wasn't that special.
Someone actually
had already been repaired twice then.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, the Hunter model. So
I still think that's the goofy one.
The regular one I think is 1800. The Hunter model is awesome, man. I've shot that at like far distances, and that's $2,000 for the Hunter model.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's for them to make that barrel. Is not, what's the barrel length? 24 inches on that, and then the RFB, it's like 18? Yeah, 18 and a half inches on that one. So yeah, there you go.
Dude, I'll tell you, like, I had an opportunity. I had a guy actually at the shop I used to work at who was moving, and he was like, "Man, I need to get rid of a bunch of my guns. I will give you this RFB with a loophole scope on it, and like one of the pepper mounts for $1,000."
Oh, you should have. You should have been up on
that alone,
dude. Yeah. I regret that dearly.
Yeah, if that guy's out there, I'll take him up on it.
Dre, if you're out there, man, I know the dude he sold it to, and it got really weird because I was like, "Oh, dude, you bought this from Dre?" I was about to. I was like, "You got it for $1,000?" He's like, "No, I paid $1,200. That's a great deal."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it is. Yeah,
of course. That's what I was going to pay. $1,200. Yeah,
that's right. I thought it was $1,200.
Yeah. Listen, opportunity. DRB166 says the nice thing about Keltec is that they sell parts. Do your research, and you can buy springs, etc. They work on other brands at a much lower price.
Interesting. Well, I mean, if you really want to go crazy, you can go to McMaster Car and find just about anything.
Yeah. So if you're looking I'll show this since we had Ken there. So K&M Arms makes a really nice bullpup, the M17S. Have you heard of that? Dark? No? Okay, no. So here is, let's see, we'll run in the website.
Modern rendition of
Bushmaster?
Bushmaster, that's it.
Dang.
Yeah. So
dude, that thing is sick.
I'm trying to get this website here. Come on, do something, website. Dude. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, you got to select a page. Okay, hold on. Products. Here we go. So I have the 308 version of the M17. There we go. So here we go.
That finish looks crazy on it.
Yeah, and I think they have different. Well, I don't know. He told me the last time he was on that they're getting different finishes on them and stuff like that. But I have. Let me see. Where's that? What was that? Let me look up my own video if I haven't. I might have had to remove that video from YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. But I have a really nice one. Let's see here. I don't know if that's still on YouTube or not.
So it's a Bullpup AR or Bullpup AR-10?
Yeah.
Both, right?
Yes.
He makes an AR-10 and a 15.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think.
What's up, Swamp Dog?
Yeah, this is from a long time ago, so this is not the one that I have. This video. This is actually one of my videos that still has ads on it. But okay, let's see. We'll go past that, and I'll just go in here somewhere here. I don't know if you're. This is from a while ago. I think this is from from like the bullpup shoot or something like that. So these are really, really well made gun. No, this was here on the range.
That's the Hacienda.
Yeah, this is a 5.56 one, but I do own a 308 version of this. That's really, really nice. So
I think it looks solid. So it's a piston driven AR style, because it kind of looks like a.
So yeah, it's a short stroke piston. You know, some people like. I think I personally like it. And, you know, there's different calibers. So I think they have a 300 blackout version that's out.
Nice.
Yeah, all kinds of different things. I think the video that I did on the 308 has had to be removed for some reason.
K&M Arms says no, it's not a bullpup AR-15. When I saw the rest of it, that became apparent.
Right.
I had only seen.
So it's its own design.
Yeah,
very unique. That's cool.
But there is one that takes AR-10 mags, and there's one that takes StanAg 15 mags.
Yeah, and
it comes in both.
And it has, in my opinion, one of the best triggers that you'll find on any bullpup out there.
Ooh.
So it's got. Oh, sorry, just bumped the microphone there. I'm looking to see if I have like a picture of it, which I probably have to go way back on my Instagram. Yeah, the trigger on there is pretty nice. So you know, usually bullpups, all the linkage and everything, it flexes when you pull the trigger, and bullpups, people say the triggers are squishy and all of that. This actually has a channel that sits in, and it's actually what's the name of the trigger? Ken's out there. I'm trying to remember the name of the company that makes. Yeah, Elftman triggers. So if you're familiar with Elftman, they make pretty good triggers, and there's a version of that trigger that basically is what you will find inside of the M17S. So
I just saw Sport Brand's comment. Dark Sandwich is CGI. It looks too good to be real.
Yeah. Oh.
It's Sport Brand. Yeah, that rifle is sick, man. That's very unique. And I am, so I'm not like a huge bullpup collector. However, I am into them and I appreciate them. So that's I appreciate the amount of like machining and research and everything that needed to go into turning a gun backwards.
What kind of guns do you collect?
So I'm of the belief of so think of like the Armory concept, right? Like I need to be able to have the at least same style of firearms across the board, so it gets boring. But I collect Glocks, which sounds really boring, but I think I only have like one or two black Glocks, all the way back to Glocks from the early 90s, like Gen 2s. I got one of the old Tupperwares here, just the box.
A Gen 2?
Really
Yeah. I actually had two twin Gen 2 17s that were both from October of 91. But there was an incident with pawning when I was low on some funds years back and never got them back.
An incident.
The dude sold the pawn shop from under me when I had firearms there.
Oh, okay.
And like
I found that video, by the way. I don't know if you guys could see this, but that's
nice.
that's what the bronze one that I have looks like. So
that's nasty. Oh, that's the one you got?
Yes.
That's sick.
That's the setup that we have on it. So, yeah. And then
sick.
someone Edward Andrews is sending me pictures of bullpups. I don't know. No, is this a video? Okay, so go ahead. We're listening to your whole philosophy. So you've got
so a bunch of Glocks. So 34s, 17s, 19s, basically the 9mm Glocks, and also ARs and AKs.
Okay.
But I also do have like other, like, I feel like once you have things that you are comfortable enough to, like, I don't use the term like go to war with, but ones that that are extremely reliable that you could, for life and liberty purposes, use reliably. Then you can kind of branch out a little bit, and I got like some crazy AKs. Like I got a Chrome and Plum AK, an Arsenal Crink in 5.56.
Nice.
Yeah, SIG.
That's high up on the list, right, Patrick? Arsenal.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool gun. I mean, I would say like with an 8.3 inch barrel, I would rather have a 5.45. And at the same time, now with the Russian sanctions, I'm glad that it's in 5.56. That's a whole another thing. I don't have pallets of 7 and 6, unfortunately. But and then the SIG 5.56 SBR, the 10 inch or whatever. I also built an AR that's like 3.9 pounds or 3.89 pounds. That was fun. That was a blast.
Is that like a pencil barrel? Had you?
Yeah, so I did a 14.5 inch pencil barrel, and basically everything on it, every single screw, every pin, I guess like almost every component of the lower, the pins, the trigger pin, hammer pin, all of that's titanium. The grip screw is titanium. And what I did is I kind of did research, and I said, okay, if I'm going to I was in a competition to build the lightest AR. Whoever built the lightest one out of the bunch wins, but we didn't win anything other than bragging rights. But I took a list of like every grip. Okay, what are the lightest grips? Okay, the Magpul K grip is only 2.2 ounces, so I use that one. And I literally had like a spreadsheet built out, and on this ridiculously light firearm, I have only Magpul flip-up sights because they're 2.2 ounces.
Okay.
So it keeps it super light. Put a carbon fiber Lancer handguard on it. It is just a straight, what I call an RA, upper and lower, a regular ass upper and lower. It's just...
You didn't... Why wouldn't you go something lighter? Why wouldn't you go like polymer or... What's the other?
I had a Tennessee Arms polymer lower painted in the same color because I wanted to do a... what is it? The Barnauls makes it. It's the spray finish.
Yeah, the Alumahide.
Yeah. So I did like a stainless gray Alumahide on it. It's beautiful, and then it's kind of contrasted with the Battle Arms development stock, and then the grayish, blackish carbon fiber, the handguard. The original polymer lower that I had from Tennessee Arms, and if Tennessee Arms ever hears this is for you, was slightly out of spec with the buffer retainer. So the only way that I could have run that is if I put one of the JP Enterprise like style fully encaptured buffer weights and springs, and it wouldn't have been held in place other than by the bolt. So that would have brought me down even lighter, but I ended up not using it. And when I looked at the what do you call it, like bar stock CNC machined lowers, the weight difference was like negligible compared to traditional forged receivers, so I just went standard on it. The bolt carrier group though is like the entire rear of it is like almost completely machined out, short of the sides, the rear, and the auto sear trip, even though it's semi-auto. So it's like everything has been weight reduced. It's pretty cool. That one is on my Muzzles Up Instagram, I believe. Okay.
And what did that cost you?
All in, it was like $10.80.
Okay.
So it wasn't too bad
for a specific, like a very specific build. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went stupid cheap on everything, even the muzzle brake. I was finding like these titanium 2 to 2.5 inch muzzle brakes because I had to get it pinned and welded to be illegal and stuff. They were like $100 to $120, and then I found this like I don't know, it was like YHM like XXL birdcage by them in titanium for $35. I was like, done, build completed. So
Okay.
it was cool.
But
But
how tough is that? You were talking about like reliability and stuff like that. Is it tough? Would you?
Yeah. So
or is it just for the lightweightedness?
That's more. I mean, the gas block is titanium. So because of a lot of it's titanium, it's not as temperature resistant as like my other rifles would be. So that would be more of like a play rifle. I mean, it runs like, and I've done mag dumps from it. It runs like a champ. But if I were like really having to put a lot of rounds downrange, I could see it like failing at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A point that would be lesser than like my bomb-proof gas blocks on the other builds, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun to build.
Yeah, a couple things in here. BWE Firearm says, he says to you, DLD, you need a real gun. Think Uzi.
So you're supposed to be building me one, but from what I understand, it's a 2-year wait time, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, BWE is supposed to be building you one?
Okay. Yeah. We talked about. So he has this very unique. Somebody mentioned titanium is heavier than aluminum, correct? And that's why I use titanium components where steel would typically be. But you bring up a good point. So he has, I think he calls it the Katsar Uzi, which is the full-size receiver with a mini Uzi front end. And it's called Katsar because that's in Israeli, it means shortened or short. So I'm asking him to make me possibly a micro that is going to have a welded, closed folding stock, or maybe the second in the world Katsar Uzi.
Wait. That's is that something that Rich is the only one that has one of those, Patrick?
I think he's the only one.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
He said it was the only one.
We're talking about Rich here. I mean, he claims to know the hair condition of dudes above and below, apparently. So I wouldn't.
I believe it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take that as gospel.
Yeah,
necessarily. I'm just making fun of him.
I just typically say like anyone that delivers information that has a full auto Uzi, I'll just take their word for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Night Train says, my brother still has his Glock Gen 1 from his NYPD days. They were the first issued in 1985. You know,
nice.
I think he should
the New York trigger.
I think he should get rid of that just because of like an EMP strike. That would be totally useless, and I'll take it off his hands for him.
Yeah,
so
I'll take it to be.
Yeah,
we can bid on it.
Yeah, Night Train, tell you, we'll totally be all in. We'll be all in on that one.
My buddy had a Gen 1 Glock that had only been cleaned by being put in the dishwasher and like rack the slide back, put it on one of the little like stem things, and just ran the dishwasher. And it had, I mean, literally probably close to 100,000 rounds through it. Yeah. I would love a Gen 1. Did you guys see those P80s that came out? The Gen 1?
Yeah. Hank has one.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a video.
I got to shoot it.
Yeah,
I did a video. It. I don't know what the texture is like on the Gen 2s. The Gen 1 is very, very slick. Like, I have sweaty paws. That Gen 1 is, like, slick.
Yeah, Gen 2 is a little more aggressive, but...
Yeah.
I'd like to have an original Gen 1, though, for sure. Like, that would be something I would love to... There's no real collectability, even though there is. Like, it's...
What's the going price for those nowadays? Do you know?
People are asking
usually like
$1,000 plus, $1,400.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
If you find like a 17L Gen 1, oh man,
19. I've seen one in my time on the internet, a Gen 1 19. Supposedly they made fewer than 100 before switching to Gen 2.
So
they
fewer than 100 for the US that came to the US.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah. They're super rare. The 19s in Gen 1 are basically unheard of. I've seen one guy that had one and he wanted like $5,000 for it.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, even like the transition from Gen 2 to 3, they kind of have this like, well, transition where they have like, so the Gen 2 extractor is flat, right? But the Gen 3 extractor has that little divot in it. And you'll see a lot of like Gen 3 17s and 19s, 23s, 22s, if you're into that stuff, where it'll have a Gen 3 frame with a flat Gen 2 extractor, meaning that the upper is likely from a Gen 2, or that the extractor has been replaced, or like a Gen 3 upper on a Gen 2 lower, where they're just like throwing parts together just to kind of get through backstock and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. There's a whole rabbit hole of Glock stuff you could, jump down that rabbit hole.
Walter, and then I'll let if Patrick has any questions for you. I know you guys did a show together. Walter says he bought 3 9mm lowers from TN Arms. Mag catch doesn't work correctly. There you go.
TN Arms?
Yeah.
TN Arms. I don't know if I've ever bought anything from them. And shout out to Toxic Patch Company, who apparently just woke up.
What are these?
What's
now?
up, brother?
What kind of lower did he buy?
TNM
lower?
Well, so
That's who made that polymer lower I had an issue with.
Oh,
you said the polymer? Okay. Yeah, Walt said he had the 9mm lowers that had an issue.
I'm going to go on a limb and say most of their lowers have issues.
Yeah. And Edward Andrews sent this picture of his RDB.
Right, it's an RDB, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of polymer lowers.
It's
just something I don't do.
I was super hesitant.
Aluminum works perfect for me.
Yeah, I mean, I like I've tried out a couple of different ones. I like the ones from Kaiser. Those are a little bit more expensive, and obviously it comes like an upper lower set, and it has metal inserts in the places that you would worry about. And there's a lightweight gun that Lola built, an AR, using that particular setup. So, and right. Walter says Tennessee Arms. So,
yeah.
Yeah,
it's called TN Arms, but it's Tennessee Arms is the whole name. Yeah. They have like a brass kind of like thread, like for buffer threading, but you can see that it's literally the buffer retainer piece is like an additional like 1/4 of an inch past where it should be. Like it was and I had mag catch issues too. So I just think with polymer, unless you are very, very careful, and there's some companies out there that are great, you're gonna have some tolerance issues. You're going to have some, consistency issues. We'll say that.
Let's see. I'm flipping through stuff here to see what's going on. What was the stuff? There was something else I think that you wanted to talk about, Patrick. I'm trying to.
No, not really.
No? Oh, good thing. Good thing, Patrick. To the rescue.
No, nothing to talk about here.
What is this? What is this thing from Trudeau? Trudeau has 12 days to salvage his career after election blunder. Are you guys?
I don't know, but I did see somebody throw gravel at him 2 days ago, and that was hilarious to me.
Oh well, weren't you the one? Didn't you show us the thing where the guy was taking a selfie with him? And
guy taking a selfie with Trudeau and said, "Communist fuck," and Trudeau's like, "Okay, bye." Walks away as fast as he can.
Wow, that's
Chad, fucking Chad, right there. And then he was at another election thing 2 days ago, I think. And as he was getting back on the bus, somebody started throwing gravel at his head.
Bro, two of the only people in the world to survive blackface: Trudeau and Governor Northam in Virginia. Don't know how they did it.
It's because they have
called being liberal.
That's because they have the liberal media on their side.
Yeah.
And then but if you look at his career, it's been nothing but corruption. I mean, he's got 3 major scandals under his belt, and Somehow he survived all of that.
Yeah, the thing I thought was weird with Trudeau, and this is going to make no sense to people unless they know me, because this is the kind of stuff that sticks in my brain. Remember Trudeau's wife got COVID from Black Superman? Do you remember that? Do you know who I'm talking about? You know the actor, what's his name? I always forget that actor.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. So Trudeau's wife had COVID and gave it to Idris Elba, or vice versa, but he didn't somehow have it.
He never got it.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Dark, I don't know if you know this one, but Trudeau, if you look up pictures of Trudeau and young Fidel Castro, they look very similar. And then if you look up the history of the Trudeau family, his mother spent a lot of time in Cuba during the 50s.
Yikes!
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff about. And then and the other part to talk about is when Fidel Castro died. He said, "Oh, he was a great friend to Canada."
So here's the pitch. Here's the pictures that Patrick is talking about.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Patrick, you know I never looked at this, Patrick. I've heard you talk about this.
I'm telling you, this is true.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
pretty...
okay.
Go pull up another one.
Yeah, hold on, let me see.
Right now, that face that Fidel Castro just had was like, at that moment, Maury Povich
there's
was
a bunch. There are a bunch of these.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There's a bunch of these. There's a bunch of these. Yeah, check these out.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Oh my God.
Yeah. His mother spent a lot of time in Cuba during the Castro regime. So.
Oh.
Sport Brand said Robert Downey Jr. did as well.
Yeah, what was he fucking Castro too?
Yeah, right. Oh, dude,
I mean, back then, if you put a little cocaine in front of Downey Jr., he probably would have been fucking whoever, right?
I know, right? He's the Iron Man.
Yeah,
but I mean, I will say, communism is genetic, so makes sense. I got a couple Canadians in my little community, and man, the type of stuff that I hear is just nuts. So all these people that are like, if this continues in America, I'm going to Canada, bro.
Yeah,
good luck.
Yeah, go. Definitely go.
Let me know how it works out for you.
The fat tramp from that HBO show that was, if Trump got elected, she was leaving, and then she never left. I can't remember her name.
Yeah. Still here.
It's like, still here. You haven't left yet. We were waiting. 6 years ago. We were hoping you would leave. You still haven't.
Yeah. So who was it that said this? Brick says, "I see New Zealand is banning knives." I'm trying to pull that story up. I see a YouTube. Okay, The Hill has something about it. Let's see what The Hill says here. Knives taken off supermarket shelves in New Zealand after terrorist attack. What? A New Zealand supermarket chain announced that it was temporarily removing all scissors and knives from its shelves. These people they can't be serious. What? A general manager of a supermarket chain Countdown, I guess that's big, and it says it was also considering if they would sell such items in the future. Last night we made the decision to temporarily remove all knives and scissors from our shop. Get the hell out of here, you idiots.
Because an ISIS supporter stabbed 6 people in one of their stores. That's why they're doing it, it says.
Okay.
How ridiculous.
And this guy who did this was released from jail.
What?
I don't it's Dark, I think we've been yelling about this for years, but the world is so obvious sometimes. It's so fucking obvious, and you're like, are you too stupid or too blind to see how obvious these answers are? There are simple answers to these questions.
Dude, it is, I mean, literally proven that, first off, a lot of people say, well, the UK doesn't
So look at this. Extremist was released from New Zealand jail despite fears.
Yeah, he looks kind.
Yeah. What were you saying, Dark?
Wow.
It's okay. Go ahead. You can read through this.
No. You're saying something about the UK.
Well, so people are like, well, the moment that they removed, dangerous firearms from the UK, gun violence went down. Yeah, and then violent crime increased tremendously. It's like man caught on fire by what they believe is that they believe that it's the gun is the easy button. It's not true. You can never remove determination from people, and when you have determination, urgency, and let's just call it evil creativity, it will never stop. You cannot stop it.
People are, I hate to say it, but we're violent creatures. It's in our nature.
Yeah.
You can fight it all you want, but we are destructive, violent creatures.
We personally all handle that, right? And I hate to. This is probably a good point to bring up. Go ahead.
No, Dark. What you were mentioning that one the other night when I was on your show about that you have those weird thoughts every now and then that just blip right in front of your front floor brain, and you're like, I'm not going to do that. Why would I even think that?
It's called the call of the void. Yeah, it's when you're on a tall building and you're like,
what have I heard? Have I heard voices?
No. Explain this because it's perfect.
I don't hear voices. No, so it's an actual like real psychological thing called the call of the void, and the call of the void is typically explained by somebody being at the top of a very tall building, let's say the Sears Tower or the Empire State Building, and they get to the top and then they just have this kind of quick flash of a thought that's like, what would it be like if I jumped? What would it feel like? Should I jump? And then that is basically going across like a news ticker of your frontal lobe, which is your decision making and your like social norm kind of. It's your brain's checks and balances. So the rest of your brain will be like, wrong, don't do that. That's bad. Well, most crazy people don't have that. So when they're like, I should burn down. Sorry. Yeah.
I was driving the other day, and there was like 3 bicyclists on the side, and I was like, I could just run them over right now. Like, it was one of those flashes. It was a flash across my brain, and I was like, I could run them over right now. And then the whole progression that leads after that is like, I couldn't get away with that. The cops would find me so quickly. I'd be in jail for the rest of my life. Yeah. Like, I'm like, you reason through it, and you're like, no, of course I'm not going to run these people over. I have no reason to.
Yeah.
But every now and then you get that flash where you're like, I could do that.
It means you're not crazy, actually.
Yes. And to bring this, like, the reason why I'm bringing this up, do you guys know Legally Armed America, Paul Glasgow?
Somewhat.
Yeah. So he put out a book, and I guess we're having him on at some point, and I need to dig into it.
Is writing in it?
Since we're talking about it, how to make a monster and why no one cares. And this is some of the stuff that he's talking about, in his book, right? That, like, just banning things, we think we solve stuff, and we're not solving anything. There's obviously better ways to deal with stuff. If we look at this article, so it says
there's better ways to deal with stuff. You lock them up and keep them locked up until their trial. That's the way to solve this.
So look at this. New Zealand authorities imprisoned a man inspired by the Islamic State group for 3 years after catching him with a hunting knife and extremist videos. But at a certain point, despite grave fears he would attack others, they say they could do nothing more to keep him behind bars. So for 53 days from July, police tracked the man's every move, an operation that involved some 30 officers working around the clock. Their fears were borne out Friday when he walked into an Auckland supermarket, grabbed a kitchen knife from a store shelf, and stabbed 5 people, critically injuring 3. So
I feel for the families, for the people who will be affected by this for the rest of their lives.
Of course.
I'm not surprised in the least. What do you think happens when you let a pedophile run around in a daycare? What do you think is going to happen? Yeah. You know what you're doing.
There's no way to stop these things, but the most effective way is stop limiting people's ability to defend themselves in that moment that a human being snaps for whatever reason. You took some kind of drug, something happened to you, you got hit on the head, whatever, you were born evil, whatever it is, in that moment, if any of us breaks and we decide to take our problems out on the rest of society, someone should be there to cancel us out.
Yeah. If
that's the way it works.
I'm only using me as an example, so please do with it what you will. But if I were to one day flip out, and I'm totally mentally stable, if I were to one day flip out, I would hope and pray that there is somebody there armed that will shoot me in the face and stop me. Now, when you remove all firearms, all knives, all defensive. I mean, everything is illegal in the UK, right? But here's the scary thing, okay? What you just read, contrast that to what we read about an hour and some change ago about the Autokeycard guy, okay? We have a guy that prints metal that has been locked up for 9 months, okay? We have or prints pictures on metal. He's been locked up for 9 months, lost everything, all of his assets. His family's been harassed. It's been a nightmare. We have another guy who murdered people and is changing legislation for butter knives, and they let him out. Like, dude, what? Now, different countries, different laws, whatever. But like,
when you step back from time to time, the world seems so fucking simple. The question there are questions that come up, and the answers seem fucking simple. And then for some reason, nobody can answer those questions.
Well, most people haven't sat there and had that. Like, when you carry a firearm for self-defense, or when you make the decision that you would at least like to have the choice to not be a victim, you've had that conversation with yourself of, if something happens, I have to be prepared to take a life or give my life, or whatever whatever your perspective may be. And I would sacrifice my life for my family, and I would have no problem taking life for my family to preserve myself and them. And the police, the lawmakers, the legislators, the whoever was kicking back drinking points when they were supposed to be protecting this grocery store or whatever, they've likely never had that conversation with themselves. And I would urge people to reach deeply within yourself and have the conversation of, do I have what it takes to end a life out of self-preservation or the preservation of others? And if you can't, then you should not be a police officer. You should not be a security guard for that grocery store. There are things that could have been put in place that would have prevented that, and that dude should have been left leaking on the floor.
Yeah, go ahead, Patrick. I sent you want to jump in here.
I just thinking through that. This is well off topic, but no, I don't even know where I'm going with it. I don't even know where my brain went with it. No, absolutely, absolutely. It does. It's a simple answer. Why was that guy walking the streets?
I think. Listen.
Take him out to shark-infested water and kick him over the ship.
Whether it was that guy or another guy, the only way to solve a lot of these impromptu problems that constantly come up for human beings in everyday life is, maybe you have a police that comes along with every person when they were born. The problem is you can't. So listen, you can't actually do that except if everyone has the right to defend themselves, and then you could choose not to defend yourself. But this is the closest that you can come to there being a police person attached to everyone, right? The ability to defend yourself in a moment like that. If you see someone in a grocery store stabbing people, it's a pretty clear-cut thing what you do about that. Right? So what are you showing us here?
See if it'll work.
That looks dirty.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. It's not focusing.
I'll send it to you, Hank.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah.
I'm maybe my Cro-Magnon. You'll get it in a minute. Brain takes over, but yeah, there's simple answers to these.
Here we go. Yeah.
These questions.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Violence and other violence. Yeah. Well, let me see if I can make that bigger. Yeah. Considering my options carefully, violence or other violence?
More violence, yeah.
Yeah.
Violence or extra violence?
Flying Rich just nailed it. He had said the only thing that stops evil is good people skilled in violence.
That's exactly. It's really true. You need to be skilled in. Yeah. I feel like I could be. I feel like if
DRB 166. What I keep seeing in the press is the police officers are not there to prevent crimes; they are there to respond to crimes.
No, they are the people that show up with a mop and a bucket to sweep the blood up. That's all they're there for.
Write a report. So the thing is, this is why we have this is what the Second Amendment or a person's natural right to defend themselves is really all about. You could choose to ignore it. You could I've got no problem with that, but just just that's a big thing here, and that's what's going on in places like New Zealand when we talk about it. Someone was telling me to look at what was it? I think this was, and I'll do this one, and then we'll start wrapping up here. I think it was, who was it? Someone was telling me about someone said the Afghans should have more female leadership.
I might make that a new shirt that just.
What?
I have to do a logo, maybe the Babyface P logo, and then it just says "I'm skilled in violence" or something.
Yeah,
I like that phrase.
Yeah. So anyway, so someone was talking about. I'm trying to see who it was that said that there was an article about it. So anyway, can't find that person now because there's so much stuff rolling through. So I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
I could not find that article, but there is this article from the AP. Taliban vow to respect women. What? The Taliban vowed Tuesday to respect women's rights, forgive those who
within
within
the framework of Sharia. Let me finish that sentence for you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The only hope for the women in Afghanistan and other people who want to be free in Afghanistan, guns,
It's
the same
violence.
yeah, violence, your ability to fight back against those guys. Yeah, you got to rise up, and destroy them. That's it.
Yeah.
Wipe
Hopefully you
wipe
picked up
them out.
some of those guns that were left behind, or some of the AKs that those dirtbags ditched to grab an M4 and M16 into.
You know, or do what you need to do to get your hands on what they have. That's all.
Yeah.
You know,
One person, who was it, said 42 chilled. People have been getting away with terrible crap for way too long. It's really true. 100 years ago, we wouldn't have let that shit stand. 150 years ago, but any time before that, that person would have been right out of here.
Yeah.
Not even
Somebody
close.
said, and I forgot. I have to go back because I'll likely butcher it. But it basically said, nowadays, like we, go to court, right? Back in the day, they used rope. Like, people didn't.
that would be Walter. If rope was mentioned, the person
it probably was Walter.
I guarantee you, if you scroll back through,
Probably was Walter.
Probably.
Walter needs a shirt that just says rope on it.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, he's going to get arrested walking through Safety Harbor.
Oh, God.
Again, the questions have such simple answers, and they seem so obvious. There's another shirt in there somewhere. I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
They say, like, but we're more civilized people. Okay, yeah.
No.
We're more civilized people. No, number one, we don't evolve from that piece of violence that lies within us. And anybody in chat, anybody watching the this post, you've had that inside of you, that thought. You've had that boss. You've had that moment where you're like, you know what? Me and a YouTuber were talking about this, and he was like, you know what? Like, I was fighting with my wife, and all of a sudden, I was just like, you know what? I'm twice your size. You've seen me like do terrible things to people. I carry a gun. Why would you fuck with me? Just why? Like, people are the most unpredictable thing in the world.
Because we're all crazy.
Yeah, we can't stop it.
To a certain degree, it's why I prefer like dogs, animals, things like that. Dogs are predictable. You know exactly what they're going to do by looking at and learning their mannerisms. You know exactly what they're going to do. People,
now, here's the crazy
100%
thing.
unpredictable.
You know why dogs are predictable? Because you control their food, their water, their shelter, their everything, right?
Yeah.
Now, look at the general populace and look at who controls not people like us. I'm saying the general populace that fall for this shit. We just need to take knives off of the store shelves and we'll be, all right.
I can't even imagine.
Their water, their food, their shelter, and everything is controlled. And, yeah.
All people need nowadays is the internet. So there you go. All right, listen, we got to wrap it up because the conversation is just.
Let me tell you about the government.
We table that.
That's my next T-shirt. Let me tell you about the government. And something about violence.
I hope you are freaking taking notes. I hope you're taking notes on all your T-shirts that you're gonna do here.
BFP,
and right now,
me tell you about the government.
Right, and right now, John Crump is somewhere at freaking Black Swan Tactical Headquarters, to get every
Yeah.
T-shirt idea.
Oh yeah, that's why I kept this one quiet. I was like, all right,
running it out.
I kept getting excited. I was like, never mind.
Yeah.
Because people are like, okay, yep, let me just type that on up. Boom.
Oh, John's way ahead of you guys. John, I don't even know.
Oh, I know.
I don't think he even sleeps. All right, so listen, let's do this. We're gonna go through. I'm gonna get. Let's start with Patrick. Tell the folks out there where they can find your stuff, how they can communicate with you.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP or baby_faceP on Instagram. Video went up on Monday. Go check it out. We have a lot more stuff coming up, so stay tuned.
Yeah, we are actually working on quite a few things here at the same time, so that'll be coming out soon. Dark, same thing. Tell the folks how they can communicate with you, where they can go, how they can support you.
Hell yeah. So on YouTube, primarily DLD After Dark, and a lot of what we talk about is basically, a lot of firearm stuff, but a lot of self-sufficiency and just general fuckery. But also, we do have some stuff on Black Swan Tactical, and we also have our merch store on Glowies, GLOWIES PX. So Glowies Postal Exchange .bigcartel.com, because I'm not using Black Swan Tactical for that stuff.
Oh really? Oh, excuse me. Wait, I didn't know there was a whole rift here going on.
Oh yeah, we skipped over. No, it's just circumstances. I love John. He's a neighbor of mine, good friend. So check us out, sub to our channel if you can, and we live stream 3 times a week, and we do video drops, and it's just total craziness.
All right, awesome. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna I'm gonna run in the end here, and then we're gonna come back. We should probably let Dark leave us with the words of wisdom, right, Patrick? Yeah, sure. We will do that. We will do that here. So big thanks to everyone. Big shout out to Harry's Holsters. You guys can go check out Harry's Holsters. Use the code Hank Strange. Save yourself some money. Get some good Kydex holsters from there. I think tomorrow we have Barnauls. We have Dave coming on.
Cool.
I think Dave is on tomorrow. So that's I could be wrong about that. But so I'm gonna run in the end. We'll be right back. Everyone, stay where you are. All right, guys, thanks for watching and hanging out with us. Make sure you smash those thumbs ups and ring the bell. We're going to rip the audio out of this and throw it up on iTunes and all your other favorite places to get your audio podcasts from. Okay, Dark. Leave us.
Okay, so here are my words of wisdom. Potassium nitrate, magnesium, and sulfur. No, just kidding. Sorry, that's not my words of wisdom. What I say at the end of every single stream is just a few quick things. Rule number one is be kind. We have to be kind to each other, and also treat yourself well. But be kind. We all should live a life of care, contribution, and compassion, and just generally be good people. Contribute to others, because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. And if you bless others, you'll be blessed. But lastly, in being a good person, it is important to be skilled in violence, to practice violence responsibly, and also to be the most dangerous motherfucker that you possibly can be.
Absolutely. Remember the formula for gunpowder.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. All right. No, it's fine. It's totally fine. All right. Thanks so much to Patrick Babyface P, as well as Dark of DLD After Dark. I think I got it right there.
Yeah, you nailed it, man.
Yeah, there you go. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you guys. We're out. Peace.
Peace. Yeah.